Hello everybody, it is John, and it's going to be a bit of a different video today, what I'm going to cover. I'm hoping that this will turn out reasonably well. So, I've been needing some distraction of late, and I've gone back to drawing dungeons and creating adventures. And I'm a person who can, I guess, pump out adventures a dime a day. So I just thought I'd share with you what I've done. Now, I've tried went and had a look online to see what sort of styles people were using for dungeon design. Now, I have incorporated, I think it was pardon me, a chap called Dyson, I think, is one of this cross-hatching, and this is the first time I've used it. I'm still in the process of, I guess, working out how to really get around doing it as well as the, I guess, shall we call them, the professionals do. I'm just a hack. So for me, these are maps that I would keep because I like to run my adventures as theatre of the mind's eye. So people need to be able to just draw their maps and we run accordingly. But as you can see, this first adventure that I've done, I've called it The Royal Crypts of House Glaucus. And the bottom line here is Mummy Alive. So it's going to be an undead tomb, and I've already mapped out and plotted, and I have in a little book elsewhere just what it is that I wanted to include. So I've actually looked at the monsters that will inhabit this particular crypt. So that's the first one. So that was my first attempt at this cross-hatching. Then I went for this one, and I just went for something nice and simple for a dungeon layout. And again, I really don't know if I went overboard with all the cross-hatching, and I think I did. So I can't say that it's my favourite design that I've drawn so far, and this one's called Pest Problem. So I got bugs and bugbears is what will be part of this adventure. So yeah, I'm still getting there with this cross-hatching. Now the next one that I've drawn up is using this brick type outlay outside the corridors and rooms that are built. So it works well for purely, I guess, isometric shapes. And yeah, I don't mind it, though it doesn't quite stand out as much as I think I'd like it to. So I'm still trying to work out how best to implement my dungeon design around this one. So this one's called Recovery, and it's going to deal with Revenant Rescue, which is bringing back somebody who died within the complex. Now, this one here, I do like how it turned out, and I've called this one Thieves' Dilemma because it is a testing ground for thieves. Because in my early days of playing D&D, the thieves would have to progress up certain levels, and they'd have to pass certain tests and that. So this is, I guess, is going to be a testing ground for thieves, and I did like the way how the bricking system worked here. So again, still works in progress for me, and I still haven't quite touched on like dungeon furniture or features within rooms yet, so I will get there in due course. Now this one, I was quite happy with how the hatching turned out, and this was obviously a cave system. So I've got a little fissure, I've got rooms with lots of corridors, if you'd like to call it that, and a little I don't know if I'm going to call it a pit or a little mound. I think I'm going to call it a mound, to be honest. And I was just happy with, I think there was just the right amount, I think, of bling within each to make this map. I think I was really happy with this one. I think this has so far been the best that I've done to date. Now, the next one I did was Infestation. Actually, what did I call this one? Troll Hunt. That's right. I call this one Troll Hunt. And Tunneling Trolls. So the party will need to deal with some trolls that are causing a problem. So that's the premise for this particular adventure that I've drawn. Then I've done Infestation is this one. So I'm still experimenting, as you can see, with trying to draw cave features. Look, honestly, it's going to take me a while. You know, I've only done, this is the first of a couple that I've done. But again, I'm fairly happy with this cross-hatching now. It's still fairly hasty. Obviously, if I spent my time, I think as much as the more competent map makers, maybe I could emulate. But this does quite well. So this one here is called Infestation, and it's waspish worries. So I've decided that it's going to be a colony of flying insects, probably wasps or something like that, that are causing a problem, and the party have to go in and remove the infestation. So that is that's what I'm looking at with that one. Now, this style here has been my original style of drawing maps, and all it is I've just drawn an outline of the particular areas, and then I've just done a simple circular swirl and just coloured in the areas. So it's effective. It's not too bad, and I am probably, while I don't mind this one, I confess that I am really coming back to particularly this style here. I think I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with that. And this last one here is called Claws of the Dragon, and haven't quite worked out a little punny name to reference, but there will be a dragon in this, and so that's where my adventure stands. So what am I using for material? Look, honestly, just a standard, what's this, a HB? Is it a H? No, it's a 2B. It's a 2B pencil. 2B pencil, just a standard eraser. And I'm just using one of my children's, I believe, things from their technical drawing or whatever it was that they did in the day. So, you know, it's big enough to essentially do most of the map without needing to become too cumbersome. So there is that. I also have one of these click erasers, but I tend to find that the rubber, the eraser in these is not quite as forgiving as these, I guess, better quality erasers, or rubbers. We call them rubbers here in Australia. So then I'm just using a standard, what's this, a 0.8 millimeter nib. So that's what I work with there. And I've got a 0.1, and again another and a 0.8. So I need to get a 0.5, I think. So, but these were fairly cheap, like a pack of 4 or something. I can't remember what I paid for them, but they weren't too badly priced, where these higher end pens were $6 Australian a piece. So yeah. Anyway, that's what I do when I create my adventures. So till next time, signing off, the Honourable John.